What's up, guys? It's Ramon from NyneBlockGaming&Collectibles coming at you with a new line for me. I have never got the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech figures by Kaiyodo. Kaiyodo. Not 100% sure how to pronounce that. And as you can see, the boxes look pretty cool. Got some promotional images on all sides. Posed images of the figure. It shows all the accessories he comes with. There it shows his amazing cape. And I can't wait to get him out of the box and show you guys. But before I do that, I'd like to apologize. Due to the holidays, I have not made any videos for quite some time. And I was backed up before. I am incredibly backed up now. I have almost the entire Star Wars figure arts lines, some Mafex Star Wars, every figure from the Mafex Hush lines to review, and all of the new SH figure arts Dragon Ball figures with all the ones I have missed in the past. I have every 2.0 on, and we'll be reviewing every single one of them. And on top of all that, I have customs everywhere. I have numerous custom heads for Vegeta. I have way too many custom pieces, head kits and hair kits and stuff to review, but I will try my best to get all that done as quickly as possible. At least get 1 to 2 videos up daily for the now, and I'd like to hear you guys' opinion on something. My channel's NyneBlockGaming&Collectibles. I do a lot of collectibles. I don't do much gaming. I posted a couple Pokemon Scarlet and Violet shiny videos just in the shorts. But is there anything you guys would like as the gaming community? I am a huge fan of Marvel DC games. I was a huge Destiny player for a long time. I currently am playing Pokemon Scarlet, shiny hunting. Wouldn't mind doing shiny hunting. I'm going for a living dex. I could post videos or lives of that. But if you guys have any hints towards any videos you'd like to see of gaming, just comment that in here. And now let's get to the figure. So here, this absolutely amazing looking figure is outside of the box. We have 2 sprawled out hands, 2 semi-pointed relaxed hands. We have his moon Moonerangs. He is a Marvel-based character off of a Batman, outside of the fact that Batman doesn't have powers and he has godlike powers. But Moonerangs, and then here you have different gripping hands for the staffs, and 2 separate face plates for him, and unsure as to what these pieces are, but we will figure that out. Looks like it just goes on the side and the back, and then you get the stand. Now it is very cold. I only received this figure today. I'm going to try my best to pose him for you guys, but there's a chance I'm not going to be able to go too dynamic with him being cold. It seems as though the joints might be a little tight, but nothing too bad. So let's get all this plastic out of here, and it's a ton. I'm going to do that off camera. I'll pause it, be back when the plastic's removed. And here he is without all that plastic. Let me get the front light on. Zoom out a tad so you can see the full body. But the sculpt is awesome. Not 100% sure it is comic accurate Moon Knight, but regardless, it is just a really good figure. Now let's see what these are for. Well, I'm gonna break the dang thing just trying to get this one. It clearly doesn't go on that side. Yeah, right. Looks like I got it. So it's just extra piece for the cape. Unsure as to why it is necessary. It doesn't look like you need to use it if you don't want to. Very flexible plastic, but beware, it does seem, if you go too hard on it, it's gonna break. I'm just gonna put them back. I gotta heat this guy up to get those on again. He was very cold. I didn't want to break them, but you saw what the purpose of that was. Now, paint apps, sculpt are amazing. You can see all this detail. It has like a pearlescent finish on some of the pieces. Awesome sculpt in general. But now I get to go over articulation with you guys, and I am a noob when it comes to Revoltech joints. So bear with me while I try to work these around. So arms are going to get hindered by the cape, as you can see there. They will come out to a T-pose, slightly higher, depending on how that joint is maneuvered. There we go, I got both. Doing the higher than T-pose. Now, double jointed biceps, or elbows, as you can see there, gets a ton of range. So with the Revoltech joints, and I'm familiar with them, just not familiar with posing them myself, they turn. And it's the same thing as the ball hinge wrist peg for your Dragon Ball figures. And how that is turned depends upon where you get your joint movement at. As you can see, you get a little bit of left to right. You got bicep swivel. He has diaphragm, and the butterfly joint on Revoltech is like this odd joint here that moves. So that's their style of butterfly joint. I don't know that I like the look of that. It puts that cut here at the sides. I much prefer a standard butterfly joint, but they get some great articulation, guys. They absolutely do. And there we go. I got this arm to do the crazy T-pose. And now I can't get the joint to come down. There we go. So diaphragm, front and back is amazing. It does catch a little bit, but look at that ab crunch. That's just from, okay, so this is just from the diaphragm. Then with waist, you're talking a full 90-degree forward. Now you do get some gap in the back, visibly noticeable gap, but then back he gets a ton of range too. This is just going to be a fun figure to pose once I get down the Revoltech joint. Just throw some poses quick just so you can see how good it does it. Now continuing on, one thing I missed, wrist peg is same thing as a Figuarts. As you can see, it's the same type of ball peg, but that's what they use in all their joints. And one thing I was aware with, it's kicks on Revoltech that seem to be somewhat lacking, but he does go up to 90. You kind of gotta watch moving it up, as it could scrape the crotch section of the figure. Like right here it's hitting, so you gotta kind of twist to get it to kick, and then you get amazing double knee joint here. He has a boot cut that gives articulation right here below the knee, which I don't know that I've ever saw. So that is a crazy addition to enable more ankle poses and articulation. And then the ankle will not spin 360 due to the cuff, but it gets a ton of range. And again, same as your Dragon Ball SH Figuarts. Let's try to get that pearl. I don't know if you guys can see the pearlescent paint, but it's really good. And then one last thing, you saw it. Look at that cape. Fully wired all the way around the bottom. Wired here. There's a wire going through, so it enables some great articulation. You can completely straighten it out to get the moon. Look at that. Not many capes that can do that. This is a very thick material. And I went over everything beside the head. Head looks down that far. Looks up pretty far, but you get some gap on this collar, which does look like it is removable. And I don't know, guys. I'm going to be a Revoltech fan, or Revoltech fan. I have a couple more figures pre-ordered. I did not get the Spider-Man. They just reissued that. I might, just because of the dynamic posing you can really get out of these things. There with the kick. Now, I showed off the hands, but let's just quickly go over some accessories. We have the moonerangs, like I like to call them. You have two of those. I think this is like a plug of some sort. that holds the staff, though I could be wrong. This is why we read instructions. Not really sure what that is. Then you get 2 batons, or the staff separated, and you also get his full staff. And the hands all come like this. So they should be very easy to take off and manipulate. And just to show you how easily the staffs and tools can fit in his hand, there's that. You'll see the pinky being flailed out on these. That is to hold the moonerang. As you can see there. Now, whoa. One last thing, let's figure out how we do the faceplate changes. Now, I already saw that this comes off, and that's all it is right there. Does that actually, yes, it attaches. As you can see here, odd. When it's took apart, it doesn't look very nice or attractive how they did that. But faceplate slides out like so. And your other 2 options, other than that one, so one in the middle is the base. You have squinted, more angry look, and then the eyes a little wider, maybe surprised look. And we're gonna go with the angry one. Because nothing like an angry moon night. Or Mark Spector, is that the personality of him? They ain't easy to get in to peg, I'll tell you that much. So there that is. His leg completely fell off. That's odd. Not broke, just fell off. And still unsure as to how to get that to actually peg. Hey, I just got it. So this is kind of the pose they have going on the box outside of the interchanged hands. I'm not close. Hey, there goes a hand. But you can see these guys just get a ton of range. I mean, look at that leg movement. You don't get that from many figures, I promise you that. Even this, with the heel touching the butt, isn't something that you're going to get. And I thank you guys for bearing with me on this first Revoltech. A little excited. Want to go over some things that I normally wouldn't, and just have fun with the figure and figure out the poses since it's my first one. I might do a edit, and when I figure out, you can see up here the pieces on both sides. Again, I don't know that it's necessary. He looks great just like this, but I'm gonna figure out how to get those guys on. And review my rating, 9.5 out of 10. Only thing I would change with this figure is the head, and you saw the leg fell off. For such an expensive, I think I paid $120 for this guy. They're expensive figures, but with that expense, you shouldn't have issues like the leg falling off or not being able to peg the helmet in. But other than that, this is a perfect Moon Knight. I have the Marvel Legends retro carded one that I was going to review, and still will, but I know already that this is my Moon Knight for the shelf, without a doubt. Yeah, if you guys haven't got him, get him. My interest in this line came from Cable. An amazing iteration of Cable, and I was really hoping they'd reissue him again. I think they might have done it once before, but regardless, I was hoping they'd reissue him. We've got a couple reissues coming up, but man, you don't want to be waiting as long as I was for that Cable on this Moon Knight, because it's great. So if you have the available funds, yeah, collect high-end lines of figures like this. Get him while you can. Unfortunately, I did not get the black masked versions. I wish I would have, and I didn't pre-order them. I will be pre-ordering more Revoltech. I promise you that. Now that I have this in hand, some of the joints and the way they moved and the way it showed on videos, I wasn't too much of a fan of. And hey, look, there's a thigh swivel in there. I wasn't too much of a fan of, but with a cape figure, my biggest pet peeve was the shoulder joints, which you can see there. The cape figure, they're completely covered up. So I figured, let's try this for my first one. If I don't like it, I'll just sell the figure. No loss there. And I'll tell you what, I should have started collecting this line way before Moon Knight, if the rest of the figures are on par with this, because this is awesome. Awesome figure. See if I can get that kick up again. Can't. Now his hip is blocking. There we go. that ball joint in there. But yep, that's it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, and I'll just say it again, thanks for bearing with me on this first review. But if you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me as I release, please subscribe to the channel. Alright, guys. See ya.